Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to Dennis Saliba Occult Forteana. Pardon my voice. And in today's stream, I'm going to be talking about the spiritual locks of Laos and Lao customs and some of my heritage. We have 2X in the chat. Yo, Dennis, 2X says, welcome, 2X. Good to see you again, man. Good to see you again. Pardon my voice. Oh my gosh. I partied a bit too hard the other day. Turned my camera on. Oh, partied a bit too hard. My throat's a bit sore. Partied hard. So this is the spiritual. These are the spiritual locks of Laos. You see here, it's like a squarish with a rounded top type of shape. And this is a lock for protection. So spiritual symbols in Lao jewelry. What do they mean? Spiritual symbols in Lao jewelry. Discover the cultural meaning behind Lao silver and gold jewelry. Lao jewelry is more than an accessory. It carries deep spiritual significance, cultural symbolism, and centuries-old craftsmanship. From handcrafted silver rings to traditional Lao gold amulets, each piece is infused with ancestral wisdom and protective energy, making it an integral part of Lao identity. At LaoSouvenir, we specialize in authentic, handcrafted Lao jewelry made by skilled artisans using ethically sourced silver and gold. Every design reflects spiritual beliefs, prosperity, and the rich heritage of Lao craftsmanship. So we have the naga, or the serpents, representing protection, wisdom, and water energy, because Laos has a very feminine, water-based type of collective energy to it. And a lot of that you can find in the symbolism of Fa Mai Torani, the goddess of Laos, the mother goddess of Laos, commonly found in silver bracelets, rings, and pendants. And the Nagas are also teachers as well. You're good. Good to see you again, Sue. Thanks, man. Thanks. You too, man. It's always good to see you. I appreciate your viewership. We have the Dok Champa, or the flower or gold jewelry. So I'm guessing this is the Dok Champa here. Probably the wrong pronunciation, but Lao is very hard to speak properly. I'm learning Lao on the side. It's very hard to balance with everything that I want to accomplish in such a short time. But the Dok Champa is also a symbol that's carried on into Thai culture as well. Flower gold jewelry, a symbol of purity, prosperity, and Lao heritage, often crafted hand-woven gold earrings and charms. The temple engraved amulets, which are worn for luck and blessings, inscribed with Buddhist sacred texts. The Lao people also sometimes, you can see writing in tattoos that they wear, and they are transcribed and tattooed by a monk. Only monks should be doing that type of tattooing. That type of text is also in the same spirit locks. And by memory, there's different scriptures of writing for like air, earth, water, metal, and fire. And when they combine together, it forms the ultimate spiritual seal for someone practicing specific strands of Buddhism. Buddhist sacred texts and spiritual imagery, sun and moon motifs, capturing cosmic balance and enlightenment. Handcrafted in Lao silver necklaces and talismans. And of course, the Lao symbol, elephant symbol jewelry. Basically, the spirit animal of Laos is the elephant. It's known as the land of a million elephants, and the elephant itself signifies strength, endurance, and good fortune. And in the old flag of Laos, because Laos has two flags, they have the modern Lao PDR flag, which is the red, the blue with the white circle, and then the bottom part of it's red. But before that, you have the Lao royal flag, which is red in the background. There's like a golden circle, and then there's three elephants, one facing forward, one facing left, one facing right. And that also carries more symbolism behind it. And the elephant is very heavily tied to Lao identity and tradition. I should look into getting some of these spirit locks myself. I might order one when I have a bit more money. Lao spirit locks and a prebead. How are you going? Haven't seen you in a while, asks 2x. I'm good. I've just been doing IRL stuff, to be honest, 2x. I've been working a couple of extra shifts here and there at my current job. I do like my current job. And I've honestly been doing other IRL stuff, like meeting up with friends in real life and just cherishing the times that I have with them, if I'm going to be honest. How are things on your end? You seem a bit quite busier these days. Spirit Locks, the spiritual beliefs of the Hmong people, published by Linda Heaphy on the 28th of April 2017. Spirit locks are metal padlock or hook-shaped pendants worn around the neck or on the body as personal protective amulets. They function to lock the soul of a person into his or her body in the case of illness, accident, or spiritual malaise. Spirit locks are primarily worn by the Hmong and Akha hill tribe of people of Thailand, Burma, and Laos. I might add that the Hmong and the Akha people, I should do a separate stream on them, that they are northerners. They are more tied towards the northern mountainous regions of Laos. Laos is a very, very diverse country with over 100 ethnic groups in that one small little bit of land. It's quite diverse. Understandable. You got work and stuff. It's understandable. I mean, I'm still not going to say goodbye to the show. I want to stream and stuff. It's just, yeah, I've just been doing more IRL stuff. I've been trying to reduce screen time, to be honest, and reflect and think about what I'm really doing, why I'm really doing it. Am I doing what I'm doing because I want to impress others? Because subconsciously I get tied into that a lot. A lot of that comes from my childhood. Or do I do what I do because there's deeper meaning behind it? And that's where my mind has been at lately. The Hmong spiritual worshippers, otherwise known as animists, who believe that every animate and inanimate object has one or more souls, inhabiting spirits or fi. We've talked about the fi before, some of which are inherently good and some of which are bad. The spirits of deceased ancestors are also thought to influence the welfare of and health of the living. All these spirits need to be placated with offerings and prayers to ward off sicknesses and catastrophe. Hmong shamans play a central role in village life and decision-making, and every household has an altar where spirits are supplicated and protection for the household is sought. Human spirits in particular are believed to be inhabited by several souls, or possibly several levels of existence, depending on what interpretation you take. These can potentially fall into disharmony and might even leave the body. For example, if a person were to be fatally frightened, badly frightened, or find themselves under great physical and mental stress, I will add prolonged great physical and mental stress creates that disassociation. External manipulations might include also cause a foreign spirit to enter a person's body, causing disharmony and malaise. In an animist culture for which until relatively recently opium was the only available palliative drug, these beliefs were used to explain, rationalize, and attempt to control sickness, disease, and mental illnesses such as depression and schizophrenia, to redress imbalances and aid in curing ill patients. Community elders led by the shaman performers performs a soul calling ceremony, casting out unwanted spirits or luring good spirits back into the patient's body as required. The wearer's souls are then protected from escaping the body from further manipulations by the placement of a spirit lock or amulet. The size of the amulet indicates the seriousness of the illness or the problem to be cured. So some amulets can be about this big, my hand, about that big, and those amulets are usually for exorcisms, really, really large amulets like this big. I'm kind of doing okay. That's good. That's good. Not some stuff happened last month. That's good though. You sound like you're in a better headspace from the way you're typing and the way that you're just here being present. That's very important. Being present is so important. I think being present is one of the most underrated things that are taught in spirituality myself. And I'm not talking about the new agey, oh, feel good, everything is love and light and bliss, and be present for that. I just mean being present in good and bad times. And not trying to be separate entirely from that duality, because that duality is part of reality here in the 3D realm. Spirit locks have a secondary preventative amuletic function within Hmong and Akha culture. It is considered good luck to give newborn babies spirit locks to protect them from evil spirits. And these are worn throughout their entire lives, often on the back. And sometimes people get tattoos of similar motifs. It is still common in Thailand to see children wearing 3 or 4 spirit locks at a time. Spirit locks are usually fastened by chains to neck rings, which may be solid or hollow, or worn either singly or in sets of up to 6 tiers. Silver jewelry is valued highly by the Hmong people. It's valued highly now because it's trading at $100 an ounce. And spirit locks are usually made from very high-grade silver, 95% or above. They are decorated with traditional tribal motifs that may once have related to the illnesses or malaise originally targeted. They are created in many sizes and shapes, including square, rectangular, half-round, and triangular. A lesser-known shape is the asymmetrical fishhook style, like this. It's a nice piece of craft there. Photo credits by Kashgar. A regular silver spirit lock, shaped like that. Information on the origins of spirit locks is scarce and anecdotal in nature, so it is difficult to say how long they've been in use by the Hmong. Individual pieces can be dated to at least at the turn of the 19th century. However, older amulets may simply have been melted down as trends change and original owners die, allowing the silver to be recycled within the village community. Today, Hmong Akha and Karen silversmiths, I don't think that says Karen, I think it says Karen, that's a different word. Silversmiths make spirit locks. They provide a charming and wearable type of modern tribal silver jewelry within the added value of protective symbology. Old locks, particularly larger ones, are now relatively rare and are very collectible, representing as they do a set of tribal values that are fast disappearing from the modern world. There's another example there, 2 locks. The fish hook style of spirit lock. Interesting. And that's that. Amnesty International, People of the Golden Triangle. I'm going to have to look at that book. Hmong Customs and Culture, Wikipedia, Hmong in Laos, Duncan Booth, Laos and Thai coordinator for Amnesty International. It's a very interesting, shorter article for today, that one. Interesting. Be right back real quick. Had to fix something. All right. This is my opinion. You can have a different opinion on this, but if you love what you do, then spend more time doing it than not. I agree with that. I increasingly agree with that, and I find myself, yeah, not really liking certain things in business. This I like, but sometimes certain things in business I'm a bit 50-50 on, if I'm going to be honest. It was something bad. Be right back real quick. I'm back to fix something. So my take on the spirit locks of the Hmong and Akha tribes is that it is one of the very few surviving remnants of Lao history and culture, which are very specific to particular localities, and somehow those localities and their motifs and traditions and customs still live on, even if they're dying customs and traditional beliefs. And it just feels good to actually reconnect with parts of my culture on this show, which is a big part of the show. That's what the show was originally designed to do, was just to help this half Lao, half Hungarian Aussie guy, me, to reconnect to the culture. But overall, I think it's very positive that the Hmong Akha tribes preserve their cultural customs, traditions, and heritage. And I also think it's quite interesting that spiritual locks are featured within Burma as well, because I haven't explored the Burma Thai Lao connection yet, but I suspect that a lot of it dates back to the I think it's Lan Shan, the king of Laos from like 1353. Burma, parts of Burma, Thailand, Laos, parts of Vietnam, I think as well, are all one at one stage. They're all one kingdom, and then it's disintegrated into its modern forms. I feel a bit tired all the time now. Have no clue why. I might have an answer for that 2x. There were massive geomagnetic storms this year, and they've been occurring much more frequently. And a lot of people have been reporting just sudden bouts of fatigue because of geomagnetic storms from the sun affecting the magnetosphere, which I suspect affects the soul, mind, body. I call it an interface, soul, mind, body interface, and the ability to connect with 3D reality, 4D reality, 5D reality, 6D reality, 7D reality, that all of that gets affected by geomagnetic storms from the sun. And then that affects the magnetosphere, which affects all of the cycles of life, which would make sense. To me, that would make sense because fundamentally, all life is energy, and fundamentally that life may take the form of an electromagnetic field, and that electromagnetic field in the unseen realm can be affected by the sun and the moon. To me, that makes a lot of sense. But I will stop the stream here because I only wanted to cover just the spiritual locks today. Next week, I might talk about the funerary practices of Laos. I think that could be a pretty cool thing we can do, the funerary and burial customs of Laos. So more Laos culture streams and some on Hungary as well. And yeah, we'll just see how things go. All right. Kop Chai, which means thank you for viewing my channel. Kop Chai, thank you very much. Or Kop Chai Dan Dan. And I will see you guys in future streams. Bye for now and take care. Humanis. Human spirits is never conquered.